Alright, back at it again. Continuing once again on my MTXL. Okay. Uh, just a quick pointer here. A little. I thought it would be a good idea to show this, and maybe there's like a new guy to this, like my buddy Dave. I'm sure he knows. This little simple things, little common sense stuff. To remove these boots, they were kind of tight, stuck to this, all right, to the diff, and you don't want to rip them. You got to be very careful. What I did was I got a pick. Be very careful because you could puncture a hole here and rip it. Just try to snug it in there and lift. And what I did was I got some lube, some spray, and you pry that open a little bit and squirt some lube in there, WD-40, whatever. This is some real purple shit or whatever, AMSOIL stuff, whatever. Throw some couple of squirts of lube in there, and then do not. What I did was, sucks with a telephone. I'm using that damn camera from the telephone to do this. Wiggle it a little bit like this. Do not puncture the boot. Go like this a little bit so the spray, the lube, starts working underneath it. And then what I did was I held this and I turned this wheel, not going forward, because if you go forward you have a higher risk of puncturing a hole in the boot. So I'll reverse it. What I would do is I would hold it here and then with this hand move it downwards. So when you move it downwards, let me see if I can get it. What happens is when you move it downwards, it's going up. So you have a less chance of risking puncturing the boot, CV boot here. So you're going upwards. You can go all the way down, all the way around, and look what happens. It starts getting loose. It starts pulling away from your diff, this coupler here, this metal part. All right, and look what happens. Starts pulling away, and it, I'm telling you, mine was stuck on there. And then you can, if you're having a hard time, once you find this opening here, where your dog bone, where your axle goes into, guess what? You got a nice opening there to really do a couple of squirts. See, like this? Squirt that sucker in there. Turn it around again. Let that sucker work in there. All right, the lube's in there. It's working in there. It's going into here now. This was stuck on this side. This one was really stuck on this, man. All right. So anyway, move it around, swish it around. You're gonna until that sucker gets loose. And look what happens. Got it. Look. So much easier. Look, it's coming out. Done. Any questions? Look at that. Look at that. Done. Voila. All right, that's just I'm taking the front diff out now. Okay, that's what I'm up to on this. We're gonna take a quick look. We're gonna take a quick look at it. I'm gonna try to take every little clip as possible, and let's see how this diff looks like. The rear diff was almost empty, and the rear diff now has 100K. I'm gonna do 100K on the front. I'm going to remove the brand new 100K diff fluid from the center diff out tonight, and I'm going to do 500K, which I picked up some today at the local hobby store. Here we go. We got 2 bottles. I'm not bullshitting you. 500K right here. Boom. All right. Okay, another thing I thought would be a good idea to bring up. If you guys get confused, say you guys removed all the bolts, you're going to take your front diffs out. Even myself included, I can always come back to this video and take a look. If nobody has the book or whatever. Just remember how this goes in order. Let's just say you guys removed all the screws, you had to do something, you had to go away, and you came back to this, and now you forgot to put everything back together. Obviously, these type of screws is going to be underneath, onto your chassis. Alright? The one with the flange on them. The longer screws are going to go for your shocks. Alright? The two longer ones. That's what's going to hold your bottom shocks. The short ones, the shorter ones of the screws are going to go into here. Alright? Onto this part, which is for your sway bar. Alright? I'm going to go like this. Boom. See like that? Sucks one-handed, man. Sorry. And I'm no stupid GoPro by myself as of now. Al is on his way here. We got to do some work on my old DBXL. So anyway, the shorter screw goes in the bottom, right here. And then guess what? What's left? Your four, the four that are left, which are the second tallest screws. Second tallest, biggest ones. And they're all four alike. And those guys are going to go boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright? Done. Just for reference, in case somebody forgot their spot, you can always come back to this. And check it out. Remember, the two shorter ones hold the bottom of your sway bar. These here. The other four up here, and then the bottom, which is for this, for your skid plate, your bumper. All right, that's where it's gonna go. So, all right, just make sure you guys don't get confused. That's it. I try to explain the best I can. I don't think I can get even better than that. If you guys have any problems, just let me know. All right. Anyway, on doing this now as well. I'm trying to do a lot of shit, and I'm gonna disconnect my my clutch bell. I gotta take that the gear out of my clutch bell to remove the clutch carrier, so I can put my Bartolone ones. I took a look at my clutch. My clutch is still like brand new, but I'm still gonna put a new 5T clutch in it. Has same spring, 8,000 RPM spring. This would be a nice upgrade for the DBXL, I think. Speaking of the DBXL, man, we threw a 990 carb on it last night. Thing is running really good. It's just that you guys, my buddy's gonna have to deal with the not having a choke on it. Some guys like the choke. I like the choke myself, but once you run the 990 carb, you have pretty nice performance. But then you're gonna have to learn how to start the engine without the choke, you know. So anyway, what am I doing? Let me show you what kind of. I'm just using a small. You can get these at Lowe's. It's a small oil filter pipe wrench with a belt. You adjust it to whatever size, so you hold it. That way you can disconnect that. And I just wanted to point that out. And I think that's it for now. Let me get busy. And if anything else comes in mind, I got my piston stopper on. Oh, another thing I want to bring up. This engine is still in stock settings. I haven't even tuned it or anything. It's running great. I haven't touched a single thing on it. And I'm still running 24:1. That's a lot of oil. I'm not even running my 100 octane with 28:1 fuel yet. And look at this carb. It's so clean. That's what I love about AMSOIL's two-stroke oil. Even with so much oil, the sucker's burning nice and clean. Really nice. Nice burn. Nice. All right. I took a look inside the piston. The piston looks beautiful. Um, and that's it. I mean, obviously it's still brand new, but I've had other brand new engines that were already becoming, with all that oil, becoming carbony, starting to become with turning into carbon on its way to become carbon. So anyway, yeah, running good. Everything's good. Let me get busy. I'll get back to another clip in a little bit.